Craft Brews and Casual Conversations, episode 101.
Is Baltz here?
No, he's not. Yeah, where is that son of a bitch? He said he was going to be here. I don't see him. We're drinking a coffee. This is Dudes with Brews on a porch.
You're about to hear the greatest show of your life.
Dude.
Dudes with Brews on a porch with Rob and Drew.
Drinking a coffee this week, Rob, because I have places to be after this and people to see, places to go.
This is a great.
This is
great
We're,
value.
we're drinking a delicious cup of great value, 100%
Arabic?
Arabica.
Arabia? Is it a CIA or is it a BIA?
BICA.
BIC.
Arabica.
Arabica.
I don't know. Blonde, ground coffee, freshly made in a Keurig. I ran out of beer. I got to buy new stuff. Well, I mean, they still have beer, but they've all been featured already on
Even the homebrew?
episode. I don't know. I don't remember if I drank that or not. I think we did.
I don't know if it's a little too early for me to just crack open an unmarked beer and start drinking it. So.
No, I don't know. Maybe.
Then I didn't bring a filter, which I forgot. There was a miscommunication because I knew we were doing a coffee one, and I knew that last time we were going to do the coffee one, there was no filters here. But
I still don't have any.
A week ago, so I assumed, and that made an
Yeah,
ass
I need to get
of me.
I need to get a filter. I don't know anything about coffee really, Rob. Other than it's beans. You ground them, you run water through them, and
Is this a dark roast or a light roast?
this is a blonde, so it'd be a little lighter.
So it's going to be heavy on the caffeine content.
Is that what it is? High caffeine?
I always thought that.
I thought it was the darker was the.
I thought that too, but I've since been told that light roasts have more because they're not as the roasting process roasts the caffeine out, and then and I didn't know if I believed that person, but then it was backed up by a website. So
okay. According to the American Coffee Giant, it's a lighter roast from Latin America and East African coffee beans that deliver a sweet flavor and smooth, creamy mouthfeel. Yeah. So honestly, to me, coffee kind of tastes all the same.
Me too.
I mean, sometimes
unless it's like really,
if it's dark, I can taste
there's
the
some
difference.
like richness to coffee,
Bolder.
but
Yeah.
just tastes like bitter water to me.
Bitter water.
I make my coffee like I make like a dessert.
Like you live your life.
Yeah,
Bitter
yeah.
water.
Actually, I drink my coffee very sweet and very creamy.
Yeah, you do. You do. I've seen you pour like a gallon of sugar and followed by a lot of cream.
I've changed up. I don't have as much sugar in there anymore when I drink.
All right. Well, good for you. You've improved. I don't know. I mean,
Grown
you drink-
I'm grown into a slightly less childish person, maybe.
I don't think so. I don't like. No, I don't mean like that. Like it came off. I mean it isn't. I don't think it's childish.
How late were you today, Rob?
I don't think
haven't grown.
I don't think it's childish to put sugar in your coffee. I drink coffee all the time, every day. Does it have an effect on me? I don't know. Don't know anymore.
I have a sneaking suspicion that coffee just it either makes you, it just makes you sweat. I don't think it
Sometimes.
doesn't make you like but I mean like if you drink a lot of it, like,
Sure.
you just get like shaky,
Some
but you
people-
can still go to sleep. You know, it's like
Yeah, for some people drink like 2 pots a day, which is quite a bit.
my mom used to drink like 3 pots a day.
That's crazy.
Yeah, insane.
Do you like? I try to balance it between iced and warm coffee. Probably drink warm coffee more, but I liked iced coffee. But the one thing I don't like about it is that I just pound it.
I pound, yeah.
And then then it kind of fucking makes you jitter
yeah.
and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I get those like
And
iced
things.
mocha coffees from the gas station.
Oh, sure.
I don't even know if there's caffeine in them, but damn,
Yeah, I
they're
think
good.
there is. I think there's definitely coffee or caffeine in that stuff. You're talking about the Starbucks ones?
They're no, I get that. Well, they're like that, but they're the Speedway brand ones from the machine.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't even know.
I know the speedway that I used to live by, huh?
Yep.
It's a scary speedway.
Did you ever ask that woke guy if why that guy got kicked out?
No, I don't. I haven't seen him since. That was weird,
I
though.
I want to ask him, but I don't.
It's
think
probably
he'll
too late
remember
now.
anymore, yeah.
It's probably too late now. That guy, he must have been the manager.
I don't like that guy, man. The guy that owns that place.
I don't know if he's the owner or whatever, but yeah, an older dude. He was checking me out or whatever. I was buying whatever, and all of a sudden he just like looks at a guy and just glaring, watching him, like just his head's turning and his hands start to shake, and then he's just like, "I gotta walk away," like mid fucking transaction. I was like, what's going on, man?" And then he told
That guy's gonna make me strangle you, sir.
yeah, and then he told the other dude, the woke guy, he's like, he needs to get out of my store. And then the guy just came up and was just like, I don't know what exactly he said, but then the other guy started getting all pissy about it. He's like, "Well, here's my money for my gas." And the other guy said, "I appreciate you paying for your gas."
Yeah.
And then
how bad of a guy could he be, really? If he's
I
getting
don't
kicked
know.
out and he still paid for his
I don't know.
gas.
I don't know what happened prior to it, but something happened enough to make this dude shake to the point where he couldn't put my fucking Cheetos in a bag.
Yeah.
So like,
That's my fear of having kids, though. If I had a daughter, every time I saw like somebody that like, because that's my main thought is like, oh, this kid just dated his daughter and he just like has a problem with it.
yeah, I don't know, man.
Because the guy has a tattoo or something.
Could be. It was
Or where's it was
weird.
nose ring?
And I was like, this is like the most awkward customer service interaction I've ever had, because I'm just here to get Cheetos and a beef stick. And
That guy does something weird every time I see him in
it's
there.
a weird
though.
place, man. It's a weird place. A lot of like unusual folks can be found in that corner.
But I always had no
Yourself
issues.
included. No, I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
well.
I'm sorry.
I've never had an issue there until
never had
until that
issues.
guy I wouldn't even call them issues, but I've never had a weird
Experience,
like
encounter.
it's just like interesting, like because the staff there they're interesting folk. I like the staff there; they're interesting. But ever since that dude started showing up and acting like he owns the place,
yeah.
yeah, man, he does some weird stuff every time I see him. And I just don't like it.
You might be proud of me. Speaking of customer service interactions, I was getting slightly irritated and annoyed today with some customer service at the old Wally World in town here. Yeah, I show up to get my oil change because I got a lot of stuff to do today. So they open at 7, and I was like, I'll go. I get there right at 7, and so I show up. I go oil change or whatever, and tell them what I need. And the guy, like, he has the handheld computer thing, and he's like, "Oh, this is dead." And then he like goes looking around for a different one, which is understandable. And that was Ashton. And he's just like, "Oh, I don't know where the other one is, and this one's dead."
So I can't help you.
So I was just like, yeah, I was just like, okay. So I just like kind of like stood there. I'm just like, "You can use the computer." He's like, "No, we can't." And I just wanted to be like, "Dude, I used to work here. Like,
you should have jumped behind that counter.
You can." And then he called somebody or whatever, and I sat there and he was like, it was just real awkward. Like he just was quiet and like looked at the computer the whole time, and then finally got to him, and I was calm about it, whatever. And then I was waiting. Like an oil change probably takes about 25, 30 minutes at most, in my opinion. And my car's not that hard to change the oil. The plug and the filter are right there.
Yep.
Whatever, it gets in there. Oil change takes 25, 30 minutes maybe. And dude, I was there for almost an hour. And I was the first person in there. And I was just, and like I told my sister I'd bring her kids to daycare today because she had some stuff going on. And I was like getting close to the time where I'm supposed to be picking them up. And I was just like, the hell, like I was kind of pacing. Like they could tell I was getting like a little frustrated. And I almost said something, Rob, but I didn't.
Honestly, okay, so 35 minutes for an oil change. You were there for almost an hour.
Right.
I went to Burger King. I was in Burger King for 40 minutes waiting for a Whopper.
Well, that's insane.
This week.
The most popular sandwich, and that should just be under the hot case at all times. That's crazy.
But yeah, no, I went in and I was in line. I think I was second person in line, maybe third. And in that 35 minutes, 40 minutes or whatever, man, they put 4 orders out in the drive-thru. Everybody
really?
inside.
Sure.
And 2 of those people came back in because they messed up the orders. And like seriously, I was just watching new people like filter in to the point where it ended up being like there was like 7 of us just standing there, and as new people
That's a long time to wait for.
Oh, it's so long. And I was like,
hamburger.
as I was waiting, I was like, I don't even want to eat this now because I
Right.
don't trust that
Did you have
they
to pay for it still?
Yeah.
They made you pay for it?
They didn't say anything about anything to anyone.
Yeah.
And like, I just wanted to say to the people that came in, like, don't come in here. Go somewhere else now.
And conveniently, there's a bunch of restaurants right by it, so.
But it was busier at McDonald's, but I guarantee you it would have been faster.
Yeah, for sure. I would imagine.
I just don't like McDonald's. I'm not even a huge fan of Burger King. And if I would have been there later, but yeah, no, I couldn't even believe it, man. I was like, I was at a point where it was like, they knew that they were doing bad, so going and saying something wasn't gonna do anything. They clearly didn't care, so I figured if I make a like, I just kind of sat back and laughed about things. Like,
Yeah.
me and this one dude were doing the same thing when we watched one of the ladies come in from the drive-thru with her bag and put it on the counter, and then she just walked back out. And I caught him like kind of make the same laughing face that I did, and then she did end up coming back. She forgot something like her wallet or something.
Oh.
But yeah, it was bad.
I was sitting in the waiting room or waiting area, waiting for my car, and there was 2 other people in there, and I was just like scrolling on my phone, but also eavesdropping and just listening about her day. It's funny.
How was it compared to your day?
I think she's got it a little worse. She got a flat tire. She was supposed to be in Milwaukee for work already, and she's like, "Well, I'm already here. I'm already late, so I might as well, they might as well just take their time." But luckily for technology, I have work email. She's like telling this to this other person, and she's like mentioning, but I'm worried though because I'm at 60 hours or whatever. It must have been like, which is the max hours you can do. I'm guessing for like absences maybe, which is quite a bit. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? You just listen to these people, and then the one guy's just like, yeah, I just want to go home. She's like, oh yeah, you worked a double last night, sweetie. And then they start like smooching, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, what's going on? Like,
Crazy.
yeah,
People. It's
uncomfortable.
everybody. We all have a story.
And then I just come out. I'm like, is my oil changed?
Yeah.
Get me out of here.
Well, it's crazy. So did you get to your destination on time?
I met my sister like halfway. I met her at like a gas station. So, whatever. I mean, her kids got to daycare, so that was the ultimate goal, isn't it? How has this week been for you?
It's been an all right week.
Without going into too many details, my week has been great.
Yeah.
Like literally, it's
really great.
Actually, really good.
Did you go on that date?
Yeah.
Did you contact her?
I wasn't really going to talk about that.
Okay,
but,
sorry. Edit it out with everything else because we can't talk about that because
we'll leave it in. We'll leave it in. I'm not. The date is in the future.
Scheduled.
It's booked.
It's good.
But yes, I've consistently.
If you need a babysitter, you call me. You don't cancel.
I've consistently spoken with her all week.
She gets back to you?
Yeah.
See, you're doing better than I am.
Fairly quickly, actually, too. So.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Angie for 2 weeks.
Oh.
I asked her to hang out. She never got back to me, and I've just been chilling on that. I think that's over.
Whereas
I know I keep saying that, and then every couple of weeks I go, "Oh, she got back to me." This time I think I'm just done with it.
Yeah. Whereas I sit and wait at the door for you for
10 minutes,
hours at end, and I'm like, "Where's Rob? I'm worried about him." I text you back, and I text you, and you didn't respond to me. And I was legitimately worried. So I texted you again this morning, and you didn't text me back, so I called you, and then you finally answered. And I'm like, dude, we haven't talked in like 3 days. I thought you were dead.
What's crazy is that guy that called me before the show.
Yeah.
That was that guy in Rhode Island that I game with.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, I'm just calling. He's like, I'm playing Metro right now, but I'm not calling to see if you want a game. I'm just calling to see if you're all right.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to you for
Where the fuck
so I must be putting vibes out into the world that...
You're just not replying? You don't answer my phone calls. You don't answer my texts. You don't answer my mail, my letters.
I just my phone's
emails.
my phone's on silent, and I don't check my email. Too many bad bill collectors or something. No, spam.
Yeah, there's a lot of spam in the world.
I get a lot of spam calls, so when I go, like, I have to put my phone on silent.
Yeah.
You hearing something?
No, we're good.
All right. I started having nightmares this week.
Oh yeah, let's talk about them. What kind of nightmares?
Really bad ones.
Like
In a room at night or whatever, and there's like a crack in the door, and like you're afraid to look at it because you think like just an eyeball is going to show up.
No.
Well,
I know what you're talking about,
I
though.
have that problem.
Sure.
Like, I envision
The eyeball.
I envision something being there before, like, so then I go, don't look at that space. That's what. But I was having these dreams where like, literally like, I'd be having a normal thing, and then all of a sudden, like out of a window, like a crazy arm would grab me and pull me through the window, and then I'd wake up.
Crazy.
Or I'd be looking like I'd open a cupboard or something.
You ever wake up with marks on your arms?
No. The marks on my arms are because I had a real bad safety incident last night that was bad. Yeah, no, it was like just like consistently where like doors would be open a crack, and then like something would cross by, and then I'd look back, and then like just like something would like start stare at me, or out a window. Like I have a hard time looking out windows.
I had a weird dream last night. So I had a half day at work, left at 3 a.m, and I fell asleep pretty promptly after that when I got home. And I had a dream that two guys came in, two Middle Eastern guys, and I think they were trying to sell me a snake. And they were like putting it in my face or whatever, and then they said something about a person named Tina, and I'm like, who the hell is Tina? And it was really weird. And then somebody called me, and I woke up.
Was it Tina?
No, somebody from work.
Of course.
Yeah. Because,
Because you can't even sleep when you take vacation.
Yeah. But yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, no. So last night I was using this new vacuum thing. That vacuum.
Of course you were.
Yeah, it's a bit.
A new vacuum? You have a new vacuum?
This is at
another
work. It's
vacuum?
at work.
Oh, okay.
It's at work.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, it's a big. They call it the suck truck or whatever, and it's for cooling.
The suck truck?
Yeah, because it's on wheels. It's big. It's like a 150 gallon.
And it sucks?
And it sucks. But it also it also I don't want to say blows. It discharges. Because you put stuff into it, and then you put it back, and then you pump it back out into a recharge tank. Mm-hmm. And and this is the first time I ever used it, and I was like worried about it not venting because it was making like a weird noise. So I was like, oh, I really hope I wasn't supposed to open that cap. And I was expecting that if I opened this cap, it would just start sucking air in. Well, actually, it was blowing air out. So when I opened up this cap, it shot off of there like a shotgun. Like, dude, it was crazy. And it hit me in the arm. And my arms got, see all these red bumps.
Oh yeah.
And it was luckily on a chain. So
Did you have to go to the nurse?
No, I told no one. This is the first retelling of that story.
Oh. I'm the wrong person to tell that to, but okay.
Because it grazed me. It was because of the.
Your arm is green, man. There's something wrong. It's like the flesh is starting to disintegrate.
It's just got little red spots.
I don't know that might be.
You gonna turn me in?
The infection's going to your brain. I think that's green, dude.
Well, okay.
What about the pus and all the oozing that's going on right now?
I'll get it removed if
okay,
and then
that's
I'll tell them later. That's what everybody else does. They go, "Oh, it didn't hurt me at first. If it hurt, I would have gone in."
Fair enough.
But if it pusses, it's okay. But speaking of that kind of stuff, not necessarily pus, but the reason that I was late is David told me that maybe he's right about this, but he told me that a new fungus has erupted in Japan and it's made its way to Chicago, and it's an epidemic. They have nothing that will touch this fungus, and if it falls, if when your skin flakes. The fungus can live on it for up to a week. And if it gets on somebody else, then it starts to grow. And if it gets into a cut, it goes to your brain and kills you. And the CDC doesn't know what to do about it. That's what he was telling me. That's why I was late today, because I was like, I had questions, and I needed to know.
So it started in Japan.
Yes.
migrated to Chicago, which is possible.
Yes. It's a skin fungus that's super resilient and super
And
contagious.
no one has ever heard of it
Apparently, the CDC has
except
released.
for your cousin.
Yeah, and apparently the CDC has released some stuff saying that they're worried about it, but I haven't heard anything. But yeah, it goes to your brain, kills you.
Okay. Huh.
It did make me think though about the idea of because you know those fungus that goes to ants' brains and it controls them and makes them
Goes to what?
You've never heard of that?
Huh?
There's a fungus this fungus disease that ants get.
Oh, ants.
Yeah, and it goes
Okay.
to their brain and then it like controls them.
Mad ant disease?
Kind of, yeah.
Sure.
I'm not even joking. Yeah, it like this like spore kind of comes out of their head like an antenna, and it steers them to
It's
more.
like
it steers them to more ants so that then it can explode and then they all get infected. It's a real crazy thing that they study.
There's a book like that called Contagion, where like an alien thing like encompasses these bodies and takes over and
well, it's kind of like
ultimately kills people.
Yeah, it's kind of like the TV show The Strain, which
I've
is
never seen it.
it's like vampire-esque parasites
sure.
that take over the inside of you, but
Sure.
instead of attacking just anybody, the mental state of the whatever the vampire parasite inside you is, it makes the host go back to their loved ones and attack their loved ones first.
It's very specific.
Yeah, it's very interesting. But so I was like, we were talking about this, and I was like, you know, what it makes me think of, and what would be really scary is if a skin fungus, took over your entire body and then started controlling you, but you were still completely sentient and just had no control of yourself anymore.
That'd be like
that'd be terrifying.
That'd be like Get Out.
Oh, is that? I never saw Get Out.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought that was like spiritual.
I can break it down for you. It's been out long enough, I think. Get Out essentially.
I wanted to see it. I do.
It's
wanna watch
really
it.
good.
I watched the trailer for Us the other day.
Yeah, I want to see that too.
That looks very scary, and I don't think I'm going to be able to watch it.
So with Get Out, essentially this family, they recruit, they get black people to come, usually it's through their daughter. Their daughter starts dating them, becomes their friend or whatever. Then they come up to this cabin for a big weekend or whatever. And it's usually like a person with an acquired skill. So the main character in this one, he's a talented photographer. And then they have this big party. All these like creepy fucking people are there, and they essentially auction him off. And then a guy wins him. And then what happens is like throughout the process while he's there, he's getting hypnotized by
The black guy.
no, the black guy's getting hypnotized by the chick's mom.
Okay.
And then essentially he gets to a place where he loses control of his body. And and then when that happens, but he's conscious. Like there's a part of his consciousness that's there. Like he is kind of like aware of what's going on, but he can't do anything about it. And then the dad does a brain surgery where the person who won the bid, they essentially takes part of his brain and puts it into the black guy's body, and now that guy is that guy.
Oh.
It's pretty weird.
Yeah, that is
Pretty wild. In this case, the person that won, the photographer, was a photographer that was going blind.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's messed up.
Yeah, that's because I guess I from the very little that I heard about that
I
movie,
didn't think it was going to be like that when I saw it.
I thought it was like a demonic possession
No,
type thing.
nope. But yeah, Jordan Peele. Who knew?
Yeah.
But what were we talking about?
I don't know, nightmares and then
fungus.
safety issue and then fungus.
Yeah, I don't know what. Whatever. I mean, if it don't go to Chicago.
Yeah, David's got some interesting things that he's always.
Sounds like it.
I shouldn't have said his name, maybe, but
There's a lot of Davids in the world.
yeah, but yeah, he can stop me dead in my tracks with some of the things that he claims. Like Ramon was like that too. There's a guy that I know that seriously, like me and him used to get in flat Earth discussions, arguments.
Why is it even a topic? I mean, I did an episode on it, but
Great episode.
Why
Go
does-
back and listen to
why
that one.
exist?
That's hilarious. So funny.
Yeah, minus one of the guys being an asshole, but that's neither here nor there.
He wasn't then. Maybe he was.
I think he's always been,
Yeah.
but just not so direct about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, yeah, it was, yeah. He just some of the things that he says about himself or about his view on the world or whatever. It's just like amazing to me. And I'm assuming he'll never listen to this, but like he told me that he crashed like we play this video game that we really like called DayZ. He was convinced that he's the reason that it crashed, and he's the reason that they came out with an update for it. Yeah. All him.
It could have been.
Like there was that one time I was like, oh man, he likes computers and stuff, and I was like, oh, I just saw that they came out on Netflix with this documentary about hackers, and his response was, oh God, I hope I'm not in it. As in, like, he hopes that he was such a good hacker back in the 90s that maybe they're talking about his work now.
I worked with somebody once who created and fabricated this idea that she was that her and her family own a castle in Scotland, and then at one point in her life she has two names because she was essentially kidnapped by a family at one point in time, and and given a different name or whatever. And she would like pretend to talk in a Scottish accent every once in a while. And she said she owned a bed and breakfast in Michigan and a golf course in Michigan. Yet she worked at Walmart. And she would always tell me like these crazy.
Do you think if I came up with a story like that, I'd be more interesting to people?
Probably.
All right, I'm going to work on
Let's
that.
fabricate a story right now. All right. So Robert, we have to essentially like there has to be a reason why you migrated to Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. So, okay, so you were born into your parents are international jewel thieves. They do the thing where they like levitate from the ceiling or whatever. You know, they slowly make their way down.
I like
and,
that. All right.
You were actually conceived in a jewelry store, in a big jewelry museum, let's say. And
Did they work together?
they worked together. They're international jewel thieves. And they stole the world's most rarest diamond in the world.
Crown
And-
jewels.
And it's actually implanted in you somewhere. So when you
So I'm on the run
but yeah, you're on the run.
from my parents who are trying to cut me open to get the
No,
diamond
your
back.
parents. It's your parents' greatest enemy. So your parents are dead. They were slaughtered. They were just captured and tortured right in front of you.
Jewel thieves on the run.
Your parents'
die in
enemies
front
are
of me.
your parents' enemies are on the lookout for this diamond, and you're running from them.
I feel like this.
Where
story,
is the diamond implanted on you? In your earring. You have a golden tooth. It's it's
in
buried
my
within
tooth.
there. It's in your tooth.
Great.
How about that?
I like that backstory, but I also think that that's going to make people go, I might want to stay away from this guy because if that's true,
We're
I
gonna
might be
get
murdered
slaughtered
and my
in the
teeth
process.
my teeth might be pulled out with the pliers.
There you go.
We'll work on it.
Okay.
We'll send it to a room and
We can
we'll
spice it up a little bit.
We'll punch it up. We'll let you guys know.
Yeah. My story would be my family just moved here.
Yeah. Well, you've got an interesting story already.
Yeah, I don't know if it's interesting. It's
It's very new age.
a pain in the ass. That's
Very-
for sure.
very new
Very
age.
new age. I mean, the last 10 years, over 10 years, are the stories. You know a lot of them are, in a sense, probably pretty unique.
Yeah.
And the odds of it happening to
Considering your upbringing and your parents, and now you, very interesting that happened in succession. And that's all I'm going to say, but it's just, yeah, that's, you know.
No, even with like having a kid in high school,
Yeah.
That's obviously not a unique
The way it happened, though, is
situation.
a little interesting.
but the story behind it's a little
Give us a play-by-play of that 30 seconds.
nope.
I don't think he got what I was saying. We would have said, took 6 minutes, Rob.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, joking.
I mean, you could be accurate. 30 seconds. I don't know.
Time distorts.
My perception of time is bad.
Mine too.
Like what happened a week ago, I feel like happened a month ago.
Yeah, it's either yesterday, a week, 6 months, or 5 years.
Yeah, exactly. What time is it?
I don't know. Did you change it to seconds?
Yeah, I changed it to seconds. I mean, we're 33 minutes in.
Oh, we've got 10 minutes to cut out. We can just do a short one this week.
Yeah, we have to do a short one because I got things going on.
Well, I'm going on
exciting
vacation,
things.
so...
Yeah, you're going on vacation soon, so you may or may not be on an episode next week.
Yeah.
I think Brent wanted to do an episode. I guess see if he's also going to be gone, so I don't know.
I'll be here till Tuesday if you get some time without...
We can figure it out. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I cut you off. You were saying exciting things.
I've had a good week, a really good week.
That's
and
good.
Ever since we recorded episode 100, everything has been going.
Thanks to anybody that gave us a shout out about episode 100. I know we got some feedback on that.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't finished it yet. It's a hard one for me to listen to for some reason.
It's good. It's funny. But yeah, things are going good. I'm actually didn't have like an anxiety attack once this week.
Awesome.
Which is pretty damn cool.
Now you just got to get that sleep going.
Yeah.
I'm getting blown up right now.
You're getting blown up right now?
Yep.
What do you think that leprechaun's doing over there? What leprechaun, you ask? Well, I'm sleep deprived.
I was about to roll with it. Just let you believe.
Oh, okay. We drink some fucking Great Value coffee.
Yeah, not great this week.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Was it great? No.
I drank it.
Is it value? Sure.
I drank it.
I drank mine too, and I'll drink it again because I have other ones.
Yes. Next time we do it, I will remember to bring a coffee filter. I hope.
Coffee
That's
filter.
a hard thing.
I'll get beer.
That's a hard thing to keep in your brain for.
Yeah,
a week.
I know. I'll get beer. We'll be all right.
If I would have been on time, I would have had time to just say I'll just run and grab it. Yeah, but that was on me. Sorry. Again, I text you and you didn't respond back. You didn't bother to look. I really didn't even see the
I see
text.
how I rank these days. I thought we were friends, and
you're one of my only two friends.
I see the reality. Well, the other one must be a lot better, huh?
The other one's in Rhode Island.
You answer his phone calls. You answer his text messages, huh?
I don't answer his text messages, but his phone calls.
Why don't I rank in the top 2 or the top 1, huh?
You are number 1 in my heart.
Just not in your contacts
not my contacts
on your phone. Whatever, Rob. My heart broken.
I'm going to see Built to Spill tonight. I really am sad that you can't come with.
Yeah.
I was excited.
Me too. But
I'll let you know how that goes.
Life's a bitch.
You were listening to him this week. What'd you think?
Good.
Did you listen to any of the old stuff?
I listened to that one from 1999.
Oh, okay. That's a great album. But they're one from 1989.
89? Holy shit.
They've been around since 89, yeah.
All right. Crazy. It's a long time.
Yeah, they were like a semi-punk band back then.
Yeah, I'll give it a listen.
Listen to some Joyride.
Joyride. Built to Spill. Listen to them, everyone. Drink Great Value coffee if you're into that.
Yeah, yep.
Otherwise, just continue living your life, okay?
Yeah. All right.
Toodles.
Pew pew audio. Goodbye, everyone.